friends and followers. So one of my favorite times to produce content, and usually it's content that I don't share with anyone, is while I'm driving. But I think I'm going to share this content. I talked about starting a vlog a while ago and I did not. And I feel inspired to do something, so I think this is the something I'm going to do. I'm not sure how it's going to look yet, but I went to a digital marketing conference for the past 2 days in Raleigh called Internet Summit. And then I just went to a workshop with the American Marketers Association, and it was on video with Joel Kahn. Look him up. He's cool. Maybe I'll link his info below or above, depending on what platform I post this on. Maybe I'll post it on all of them. Maybe I won't post it at all. I'm definitely posting this, guys. I don't know. But the idea that I've been having, or the feelings that I've been feeling since going to all these events is that, and I feel this way a lot but I don't do it, is that I want to be creating content. So I want to challenge myself to do something for 365 days in a row, which sounds really ambitious, and it is, because the longest I was able to do a challenge, I think, was 40 days. So that's a lot more than 40. But I'm not sure what it's going to look like yet. Here are some of my ideas, and it might be all of them, but one of them was like, I'll just go live every day, whether I feel like it or not, which sounded like a good idea. But then when I was talking to Joel after the conference today, he was like, be gentle with yourself, and like, if it starts becoming work and you don't want to do it, like, that ruins it. But that's the problem, is I do stuff like that and then I just stop doing it. So I'm like, I think the point of this challenge would be to push myself even when I don't want to do it. And I'm taking inspiration from people like Seth Godin and Gary Vaynerchuk, who are very disciplined. Seth Godin has been writing a blog every day for I don't know how long, but I think it's been years. Gary Vaynerchuk did his like video wine show for, I feel like, 1 million episodes. Maybe it was over 300, maybe it was more than that. I don't know the numbers of either of these, but I know that both of them exhibit great discipline, and that's something that I want to work on as someone that wants to be a future business owner, possibly. The other thing that was talked a lot about was like freelancers versus entrepreneurs. So I'm also thinking about that. So like the difference that Seth Godin gave was that freelancers are paid to work and entrepreneurs are paid when they sleep. So what he was saying was like freelancers like are always working and they're paid hourly, and entrepreneurs like create something that like generates revenue for them even when they're sleeping. So I feel like it's not that black and white, because I feel like a lot of people are both. I'm thinking of FindSpark, because I feel like when I was there, the work that I was seeing was both. Like, the founder was an entrepreneur but also a freelancer and worked around the clock. But I think entrepreneurs do work around the clock, but they're trying to find other ways to create revenue. So like having events or having content you have to pay for. And I don't know which one I want to be when I grow up, but probably I feel like both. But I think that's really, it's hard to do. Like Seth Godin was saying that he's like, I don't remember, but like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday he's a freelancer, and on the other days he's an entrepreneur. So he wears two hats, and he really separates and creates those boundaries. Boundary setting and creating is hard for me. Hence me trying to build more discipline by creating something every day for 365 days. I think it would be fun because I have lots of different ideas. Like last night I went out to dinner with a few women that I met at the conference, and they all were complimenting my makeup and were shocked when they found out that my makeup was like from a grocery store. So I don't consider myself a makeup artist or someone that would make video tutorials about makeup, but I was like, that could be a fun thing to experiment with, because I actually get compliments a lot about certain products that I wear, and they're super cheap and super easy to use, and I am in no way a makeup artist, but because of my sister who is a makeup artist, I've learned to try things that I wouldn't normally try, like particularly products, because I probably thought MAC was the best and they're very expensive, but actually you can find some great products at the grocery store. So maybe that will be one of the pieces of content I create. I also want to be writing more. So I'm not 100% sure how this is going to look, because maybe saying 365 days of live video is too rigid, and if I just say creating and like putting out a piece of content every day, that could be changed and like morphed. And I don't know if I'll count like if I post on Facebook or Instagram, because I'm like, I do that anyway. But I don't know, if I thought about it and was sharing something real, maybe. And I think part of what's inspiring me is the video thing today. The guy was talking about there's 4 different ways of storytelling. I might not remember them all, because as you can tell, I have a really great memory. One was like being entertaining. So he was like, you don't have to be a good singer, like that kind of entertainment, but just like doing something and like it's entertaining for people to watch. And I think, hopefully I am, but this might be really boring, so who knows. But like that, or experiential, so like just taking people through your experiences. Educational, informational, like teaching people something. So like the makeup thing would be like a tutorial thing. I also have been thinking about doing that kind of stuff for social media and digital marketing. And in that way, I would like to create content that pays me in my sleep. So like if I made a webinar or something and sold it, that would be really cool. But I've been thinking about it for a while, but I haven't done anything about it. So that's another thing with boundaries, is I have to set more boundaries on my time, which is very hard for me to do also. So I have to, my opinion is that like I have to, I don't know, I'm not 100% sure how, but like maybe I set that like from 8 to 9 p.m., which that doesn't sound realistic for me, but like every day or every Monday I'm working on content for the webinar or something like that. That would be the ideal scenario, I think, like having scheduled set times, but I don't know if that's realistic for me. It doesn't feel realistic, but maybe it is. But that's what the 365-day challenge will be about, testing my capability of self-discipline and if I can actually stick with something for 365 days. I feel like there's probably more I want to say. I don't know. This is getting long. It's 7 minutes. So I feel like I should cut it. Maybe I'll cut it and then I'll create my next piece of content that's going to be published. See, that's the thing. I don't think I want to do that. Because if I don't want to have pre-made content. I want to be creating every single day. That's part of the point of the challenge. But like shit does happen. Like what if I go into a coma? I should have scheduled content. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'll just share with the other thing I wanted to share. The other thing I wanted to share is just like a hack, kind of something that's been really helpful to me. Well, a few things. I have a lot I want to share, I guess. One is one of the women I met yesterday. Shout out to Ginny from G Smith Marketing. I'm pretty sure that's her company name. Is that there's a lot of people that can't or don't want to recognize their weaknesses, or have a hard trouble admitting their weaknesses, and like both her and I were able to admit that like organization is not our strong suit, and that was really refreshing, because like I said it like not, I wasn't embarrassed at all, but she was like, wow, that's really cool that you can say that, because a lot of people don't know that. And it's hard for me to say, because in a lot of ways I am organized, but there are certain ways that I see how I'm not organized. So one example is like my cell phone. I have, I think, 4 or 5 pages of apps, and they're not organized in any particular way except on the home page. And when I need an app, I just scroll, like push down and search it, and that's what she does too. So it's just interesting to me to think about how different people's brains work and different how they see things, because I remember dating a guy that he saw my phone and he was like, I would literally have a panic attack if like I had that many notifications. And like it doesn't bother me, because my personal inbox, I know, is just mostly like all the stupid lists that I subscribe to, and sometimes I do that because I do email marketing and I want to see what other emails look like, and I don't have really a system for organizing how that works. So there's a lot of unread emails, and I just go through and I find what I need and open that and read that and respond to that. Not the best system. So yeah, I guess the point of that whole thing was just interesting to see how people organize themselves or don't organize themselves. And the other thing I wanted to share, this was the hack, is that something I've been doing recently, I hope no one gets my phone after I share this, but is voice memos are amazing. I use them a lot. So one of my like coping mechanisms or tools when I'm having a hard time is I call a lot of people and I want to talk to them and like hear their opinions about a situation. And I realize that that's not always the healthiest thing for me to do, because then I let what other people think influence how I'm feeling or how I see a situation. So recently, in the past week, when I've done this, sorry, I have to pay attention. When I've done this, I call people and I don't get any of the people that I'm calling. So then to me the message is, well, maybe I have to sit with these feelings and this discomfort. So then I open my voice memos app and I just record whatever I would want to say. And it's so refreshing because I completely don't filter myself and I say exactly how I'm feeling and what I want to say. And then I have it, a record of it, and I can listen to it and like reflect on how I was feeling at a certain point. So I have like videos from all throughout this week because I had a lot of emotional ups and downs about lots of different things, relationships, career, life, all of the above. And so it's been interesting, like it's like a live diary or journal for me. And it's really helpful to me to hear how I think. It sounds really self-centered and narcissistic, I think, in some ways, and maybe it is. I guess that's always my fear, because I feel like I say this a lot. But I'm like, but it really doesn't feel that way. Because it's extremely helpful. So I just wanted to share that because that's a cool way to process things. And I not usually, but a lot of times I'm processing things in places that I can't be writing. So like the car or the shower or while I'm running. So it's really nice to have a way to record what's going on when you can't be writing. I think that's all I wanted to share. So now my video is almost 12 minutes. I don't know if anyone will watch this. But if you do watch this and you make it to the end, comment below or above, whatever, I don't know where I'm going to be posting this, and share what you think I should do for my 365-day challenge. Like, should I do a live video every day? Should I do a blog post every day? Should I not limit myself to the medium and just say I'm going to create something for 365 days? I have lots of different ideas, because I also could bring back the singing challenge a little bit, and that could be part of the challenge. Not 365 days of singing, but like that could be something I create one day. And I think right now I'm leaning towards different things, because I think it will hit different people and different audiences if it's on different mediums. And I can cross-pollinate and like share the content on all different platforms, but like it'd be interesting if like one day I do a video and one day I just share one of my voice memos, so it's just audio and no pictures or videos. And then one day I write a blog. I could talk forever, guys, because now it's 13 minutes. But I'm not. I'm going to say bye-bye. I hope y'all have a great day. I said y'all on, like, and that wasn't on purpose. That just, like, slipped out. Who am I? I am becoming a Southern belle. Send help. Bye, Funky Innovators.